to get it. The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to get breakfast and get ready for school. As he sat there eating his breakfast, he once again got that feeling. This time it was stronger. It gave him a slight tugging pain, but he once again dismissed it. As he and Lou finished their breakfast, they walked downstairs to the bus stop. They sat there waiting for the bus, and then all of a sudden, some kids on skateboards jumped over them, only inch above their laps. They both jumped back in surprise. "Hey, what the hell?" The kids lunged and turned back to them. He kicked his skateboard up and caught it in his hands. The kids seemed to be about 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. He was wearing an Aeropostale shirt, ripped blue jeans. "Well, well, well, what it looks like we got some new meat." Suddenly, two other kids appeared. One was super skinny and the other was huge. "Well, since you're new here, I'd like you to introduce ourselves. Over there is Keith." Jeff and Lou looked over the skinny kid. He had a dopey face that would expect a sidekick to have. And this is Troy. They looked over at the fat kid. Talk about a tub of lard. This kid looked like he hadn't experienced since he was crawling. "And I," the first kid said, "I'm Randy. Now for all of the kids in the neighborhood, there's a small price for the bus here, if you catch my drift." Lou stood up ready to punch the lights out of the kid's eyes when one of the friends pulled a knife on him. "I had hoped you would do more cooperative, but it seems we must do this the hard way." The kid walked up to Lou and took the wallet out of his pocket. Jeff got the feeling again. Now it was truly strong. A burning sensation. He stood up, but Lou gestured for him to sit back down. Jeff ignored him as he walked up to the kid. "Listen here, you little punk. Give back my bro's wallet or else." Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own knife. "Oh, and what are you going to do about it?" Just as he finished his sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose. As Randy reached for his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Randy screamed and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Keith rushed to Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground. Keith lashed out at him, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm. Keith dropped his knife and fell to the ground, screaming. Troy rushed to him too, but Jeff didn't need the knife. He just punched Troy straight in the stomach, and Troy went down. As he fell, he puked all over Lou. Lou could do nothing but look in amazement at Jeff. "Jeff, how did you..." That was all he said. They saw the bus coming and knew they had to be blamed for the whole thing. So they started running as fast as they could. As they ran, they looked back and saw the bus driver rushing over to Randy and the others. As Jeff and Lou made it to school, they didn't dare tell what happened. All they did was sit and listen. Lou just thought of that his brother was beating up few kids, but Jeff knew it was more. It was something scary. As he got the feeling, he knew how powerful it was. The urge to hurt somebody. He didn't like it how it sounded, but he couldn't help but feeling happy. He felt that strange feeling go away and stayed away for the entire day of school. Even as he walked home to the whole thing near the bus stop, how now he probably wouldn't taking the bus anymore. He felt happy. When he got home, his parents asked him about his day, and he said in a somewhat ominous voice, "It was a wonderful day." Next morning, He heard a knock on the front door, and he walked to the door, and 2 police officers were at the door. His mother looked back at him in an angry look. "Jeff, these officers tell me that you attacked 3 kids. That wasn't a regular fight, and that they were stabbed. Stabbed, son!" Jeff gazed to fall to the floor, showing his mother that it was true. "Mom, they were the ones who pulled the knife out on me and Lou." "Son," said the cop, "we found 3 kids, 2 stabbed and 1 bruised on his stomach, and we have witnessed pervading you fled the scene. Now what does that tell us?" Jeff knew it was no use. He could say him and Lou were being attacked, but there was no proof. It was not them who attacked first. They couldn't say that they weren't fleeing because the truth be told they were. So Jeff couldn't defend himself or Lou. "Son, call down your brother. Jeff couldn't do it, since it was him who beat up the kids, sir." It was me. I was the one who beat up the kids. Lou tried to hold me back, but he couldn't stop me." The cop looked to his parents, and they both nodded. "Well, kid, looks like you're in juvie." "Wait!" Lou said. They all looked to see him holding a knife. The officers pulled their guns and locked them on Lou. "It was me. I beat up the little punks. Have the marks to prove it." He lifted up his sleeve and revealed the cuts and bruises, as if he was in a struggle. "Son, just put the knife down," the officer said, held the knife up and dropped it to the ground. He put his hands up and walked over to the cops. "No, Lou, it was me! I did it!" Jeff said in tears running down his face. "Uh-huh, poor bro. Trying to blame for what I did. Take me away." The police led Lou to the patrol car. "Lou, tell them it was me! Tell them! I was the one who beat up those kids!" Jeff's mother put her hand around his shoulder. "Jeff, please, you don't have to lie. We know it's Lou. You can stop." Jeff watched helplessly as the cop car sped off, with Lou inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulled into the driveway. Seeing Jeff's face, knowing something was wrong. Son, what is it?" Jeff couldn't answer. His vocal cords were strained from crying. Instead, Jeff's mother walked to his father inside to break the bad news to him. Jeff wept in the driveway. After an hour or so, Jeff walked back to the house, seeing that his parents were both shocked and sad and disappointed. He couldn't take that look anymore. He couldn't see how they thought of Lou when it was his fault. He just went to sleep, trying to get the whole thing out of his mind.